What's up, guys? It's Jensen and welcome to another video. So obviously the Milwaukee Bucks have been the best team in the Eastern Conference. Giannis has truly led the charge for them, and they've been the best team in the Eastern Conference as well as the NBA. No doubt about it. They're a very good crew, and I wouldn't blame anyone for picking them to go to the NBA Finals. But who's the biggest threat to the Milwaukee Bucks? That's been up for debate for a while. I mean, the Toronto Raptors have been mentioned. The Philadelphia 76ers, if they can fix themselves. And even the Miami Heat, when we look at them, a team that could get hot from three. Maybe the Miami Heat. But I think it's going to be the Boston Celtics, guys. This team is for real, and they fit what I like in a championship contending team. First of all, do they have the elite wing? Not just an all-star wing, but a superstar wing. Yes, they do. Jason Tatum. This guy's emerged as a true superstar over the past 10 to 15 games, averaging about 30 points per game on 50% shooting. And with some guys, it's a hot and cold thing. They're going to go back to their normal selves. It's not a true permanent change. But with Jason Tatum, there's every reason to believe that this is a true permanent change and that he's truly improved his game. Because we've known this guy has superstar potential ever since he came out from Duke. We've known this guy could be one of the best players in the game. And we saw it in his rookie season when he almost got the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals. But this season he's truly improved his game, and he's become among the best in the NBA. And not only is he a great offensive player, but what people don't realize is that he's one of the better perimeter defenders as well on the wing position. Even among these role players who are pretty good, there are many role players out there that are very good, but even among the superstars like Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum has been up there this year in terms of perimeter defense, and he's truly improved his game this year. I've been very impressed with Tatum, and I think he has what it takes to lead them into the NBA Finals. I mean, if we look at past championship teams in recent history, they've been led by guys like Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, elite wings. That's what wins NBA championships in the NBA in 2020. And the Celtics checked that box. When we look at having an elite point guard who can create his own shot off the dribble, a true all-star caliber point guard, that's what they got in Kemba Walker. And I know sometimes we don't talk about this guy like one of the elites in the game. We don't sometimes mention him up there with Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving. But he's up there, guys. I mean, this year, we've truly seen Kemba Walker become a truly great player. We've truly seen how great Kemba Walker is. I think that being in Charlotte, a losing situation, we really didn't see how great Kemba Walker was. But being in Boston, in a winning situation, we're able to see how Kemba Walker is able to create shots. He's a solid passer. He's a great team player. And he obviously improves the chemistry of that bunch. We've seen what a difference he makes in comparison to a guy like Kyrie Irving. But the one thing that I don't think we talk about enough is his toughness. I've seen him more than a few times take charges for the team. Even though at 6'1", he's a little bit of a slight build. He might not be able to take charges, especially when he's the franchise point guard who's creating shots off the dribble. He's not exactly a defensive player like Kyle Lowry. You don't really necessarily expect him to take charges like that. But he does stuff like that, and that's what makes him so great. So he checks that box. When we look at past teams, Kyle Lowry, Steph Curry, you need guys like that, elite point guards. You really need an elite point guard in order to win an NBA championship, in my opinion. Kemba Walker checks that box. Let's look at the rest of the team. Jaylen Brown, he's been a borderline all-star this season. Shaq said he should have been an all-star this season. I don't know if I would have gone that far, but he's improved his offensive game every year. And we've always known he has had a perimeter defense in him. He's been a great defender since his rookie year. But the offense has truly catched up now, and he's almost their third all-star pretty much on this roster. That's the way I look at him. We never even talk about Gordon Hayward these days. But the bottom line is that even though he's not quite the same version as he was before his gruesome leg injury, he's never been closer to his pre-injury form, and he's capable of getting 30 points any night. We have to realize that this is a true walking bucket. Sometimes we don't talk about Gordon Hayward, but we need to, because this man is a true superstar once he gets healthy. When he gets fully healthy next year, which is what I presume will happen, he's going to be an absolute force. And then when we look at a guy like Marcus Smart, we've always known he's had the perimeter defense in him, but now he has the three-point shot. He makes all the dirty plays. One of the more underrated players in the NBA. He's going to be key to the Celtics run, because if he can hit down three-point shots, adds a new dimension to the Celtics offense once they get into the playoffs. Other players like Daniel Tice, he stretches the floor. He's a solid defender. Robert Williams, who was injured most of this year, but we have to remember that this dude was a lottery talent heading into the NBA out of Texas. it was the off-the-court concerns that dropped into the bottom of the first round in that draft. But we had to realize that this dude is physically capable. He's a physically capable interior defender. He has a versatility. He's athletic enough. This is a true force in the interior in terms of defense. When we look at a guy like Brad Wanamaker, and while he's not exactly dynamic, he's solid as a backup point guard, and he does the right things, doesn't really turn the ball over. He can hit the occasional three-point shot. They have everything in place. And when we're talking about guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo, you need a lot of players to do that. It's not going to be just one guy. As much as we want to talk about how Kawhi Leonard stopped Giannis last year, we have to remember those guys like Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam. All of these guys had a key role in defending Giannis. So when you look at the Celtics, they got so many players. I mean, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. Those are the guys that immediately come to mind. Those are going to be the primary defenders. But, I mean, from time to time, it wouldn't hurt to throw Gordon Hayward on him. I mean, a guy like Daniel Tice, even though he's only 6'8", surely he's a challenge for Giannis. Another guy you can throw on him. You can throw a guy like Robert Williams, who has the versatility. He has the athleticism to keep up with a guy like Giannis. Even a guy like Grant Williams, who, even though he's only 6'7", he's viewed as a tweener. He still has the versatility to be able to keep up with Giannis. And, I mean, when you look at all these guys, they have the best chance of stopping Giannis, I would think, aside from the Sixers, because they have a guy like Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, Joel Embiid. Those are just spectacular defenders. And maybe even Toronto, too, I would say, is a good chance of stopping Giannis, maybe. Limiting Giannis. Not really stopping, but limiting. But when we look at the Celtics, they can do the same things, except they have the offense, too. They have a guy like Jason Tatum who can get a shot under pressure. A guy like Kemba Walker who we know he can create his own shot. So when we look at all this, I really do think that the Celtics are a true challenger to the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is just my personal opinion. I mean, I can't really prove this based on what's happening in the regular season due to the Bucks' dominance. But I'm going to pick the Boston Celtics out of the Eastern Conference unless I see something that tells me otherwise. Because when we look at having multiple guys who can get their own shot, I really like that. When we look at having multiple perimeter defenders, I really like the Celtics team. And that's what it comes down to. But we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll be providing more NBA and NFL hot takes as the season goes on. And have a good day.